name is Janie Campbell, and I'm a preservation consultant at Rogers Lewis Group. I help real estate developers through the historic tax credit process. Historic tax credits are so important to rehabilitating historic buildings. They provide a 20% federal credit and a 25% state credit. There are other incentives we can stack on there, such as the Bailey Bill, which is a statewide ordinance but is enacted at the local level. And then also the abandoned building tax credit we also used here is another 25% state credit. 70% of your costs come back to you in the form of a tax credit. That's powerful. Brutalism and new formalist architecture are kind of the redheaded stepchildren, I guess, of preservation right now, particularly in Columbia, where so much of our historic fabric was demolished in the 1950s and 60s. It kind of is our cultural identity now that makes them so important. Here at the Bob Russell Realty building, we have a symmetrical facade, which is a quintessential part of new formalist architecture. Additionally, we have this great travertine paneling all up and down the front of the building with this exposed structural grid. This is all very characteristic of that architectural style. So in order to be considered historic, a building has to be at least 50 years old and have some kind of significance. So the Bob Russell Realty building that we're in today was built in 1967, and then it is significant architecturally for its new formalist design. Some of the major challenges we faced when rehabilitating this building, since it was gutted, was coming up with an appropriate floor plan. And so luckily we did have some guidance in the form of scarring or ghost marks on the floors or in the ceilings or on the walls that kind of help us come up with a compatible design. So when you walk into our reception area, we knew that there was a big reception desk, that there was a conference room behind it, and that there was a system of corridors throughout the building, and we were able to replicate that in our rehabilitation. Why do people love Charleston? Why do people love Savannah? Why do people love New Orleans, Chicago? All of these buildings that provide a sense of place are what people want to see. Keeping the core identity of your town is what makes traveling so fun, is what you get to see whenever you go to different places. You see the vernacular architecture, what materials they had, what modalities they have. That makes it different from where you live and where you grew up. And then when you add in historic tax credits, that financially incentivizes further the retention of your built environment and your historic fabric.